welcome back to Isaiah 33. Today about an anime review of the anime Satsuriku no Tenshi, or otherwise known as the Angels of Death. So, before I start actually this review, I used to watch a YouTuber, or still do, but not as much as I used to. That's called Glass Reflection. He makes some pretty good reviews. I always liked them and enjoyed them, especially because I could relate a lot to them. Like, if I thought something about a specific anime, he would think pretty similarly, so I always liked that. And before I did that specific review, I actually searched for his review, if he even had made one. And I was truly disappointed. First of all, he wasn't wearing his jacket, but that's not the main problem here. Actually, he didn't like it and he actually dropped it. Now, let me continue to what the plot of the anime is. Rachel wakes up in a building in general, and she has no clue where she is, how she got there, or who she really is. The only thing she remembers is that she was at counseling because she had witnessed a murder. Other than that, she can't remember anything. So she gets some clues on what to do. She gets to meet Isaac, who wants to kill her. She flees. She gets to the next floor, where a person that looks pretty similar to her counselor tries to take her eyes. Things happen, and Isaac asks her to help him get out there of this building because she seems to be smart. Well, she in return, though, asks for him to kill her after they make it out. Now, that's a point that Glass Reflection had, where he said, like, I don't really think she wants to die, which is kind of a weird anime plot in the end. And many people, I think, have the problem, like, why can't she just take her own life if she wants to die that much? Why doesn't she take her own life? Or there's so many other people in that building thing that actually want to kill her, or try to kill her at least, but she doesn't seem to want to die at their hands. Only from Isaac it's okay somehow. Well, I think the main reason for that is you see that little shift in her before she asks that of him, like, to be killed. She seems to remember something. And after she remembers something, she seems to really not want to stay in this world. The thing is, why? Like, the big mystery is, why doesn't she want to stay in this world anymore? What did she do that is so bad she wants to die, actually? And that's pretty suddenly, because if you remember before, she flew from Isaac when he tried to kill her, and also when that counselor-looking guy tried to take her eyes or kill her, whatever. She still didn't want to die, right? But suddenly she wants to. Yeah, it is a bit weird. But let me start by saying, actually, that Angels of Death actually is a game. It started from a game and then it became an anime. So I think that the game itself makes a little bit more sense, because it's more like an escape room kind of game. But in an anime that might not translate as well. So, but I think, like, the main reason she takes Isaac's promise to kill her so seriously is because he actually promised to God to kill her. It's a holy vow, or whatever you want to call it. And if I'm not mistaken, she seems to have read the Bible and believe in, like, the Christian God. So, like, if I'm not mistaken, then in the Bible it's said that you can't take your own life because that would be a sin. So I think she wants to leave this world by committing another sin, at least not herself. So, yeah. But at the same time, when he promises to God, that's holy to her, so it's 2 in 1. Like, she really wants him to kill her because, first of all, it's holy. It's a holy vow he made, and she wants to try and help him keep that. And second, she doesn't want to die by herself. But also she promised to get him out, which is the third promise, kinda. So she has to help him. She can't die before that, you know. Like, I think that's what they try to do. So she doesn't just want to die from anyone, but has to be him, because they have to get out together, and then she can get killed by him, because that's the third promise here. The third holy thing that we have to look out. I think that's how you can explain it, and it makes kind of sense. Like, all in all, I actually enjoyed the anime. Like, what you really have to understand about it, I feel like a lot of people revolve around obsession there. Like, everyone is obsessed with something else, but you could also say it's something with their mental health not being completely right. Like the way I understood it, Rachel lacks empathy or something like that, or she lacks emotion. So she's pretty emotionless in general. But yeah, I thought the anime was actually pretty interesting, and as I said, it made me actually binge watch it to the end. I really wanted to know what their past stories were, which you kind of, yeah, like you get it, but I think to completely understand them, I read a bit in the Wikia where some little details were told that helped me understand it a little bit better, because like little parts of their stories, like they are shown in the anime, but I didn't really understand it 100%. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's the only thing actually found negative, that they could have explained their backstories a little bit better, because then you would understand Isaac's story a little bit better as well. Yeah, poor Isaac. I'm just gonna say that. Alright, but in general, yeah, like everyone in there is obsessed with something or has some kind of mental health problem. Like people have been traumatized there. People didn't have the most amazing past there. I'm just gonna tell you that one. And after the main season, there's also 4 other episodes, like owner episodes, which, like, I like the first and the last one of the 4. The 2 in the middle were pretty boring. But I'm happy actually they existed, because it gave a little bit of closure to the whole anime. Like, you definitely get some kind of end at least, because it was a pretty open end, I'd say. So yeah, that's about it. Like, I personally really enjoyed it. I recommend watching it, especially if you like some kind of action, horror a little bit. But it's not super scary. Like, I wouldn't call it scary at all. Like, I think most horror animes aren't that scary in general because they're animated. So yeah. But yeah, definitely I recommend it, and I hope you like it. And yeah, it's too sad Last Reflection didn't like it, but I did enjoy it, so I recommend it to you. Bye bye, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.